So Shian is actually the programs manager. She's currently the program manager for Junior Achievement Jamaica's JACE program, which is Junior Achievement Company of Entrepreneurs. She holds a Bachelor of Science degree in social work from the University of the West Indies. She is focused on building a career around youth development, and she had actually landed in the Office of Student Services Development at the University of the West Indies, and also participated in Campus Elite as a student staffing manager. No, she has devoted her energy and time into sharing and ensuring that the JACE program is designing an idea to reimagine entrepreneurship at the secondary level. As you know, majority of you today or campus are actually at the secondary level, and so this program will be ideal for you. It provides grade 9 students with a hands-on learning experience, and she will dive a lot more into the elements here. She is Hamptonian and also very passionate about volunteerism. She's the youngest recipient of the Rotary International Paul Harris Fellow Award for International Service. So time again, that service is power. And coming through now is Miss Shian Golaub, who is from Junior Achievement Jamaica. Over to you, Miss Shian.
Alrighty, I hope everybody can see my presentation. There we go. So good afternoon, everyone. I am so happy to be here with you all today. As I would have been introduced as the program manager for the JACE program here at Junior Achievement Jamaica. I will try to keep it as short as possible because I know that you guys end at 5. So I'll just head right into it. I'm very excited to share my presentation today. And it is centered around entrepreneurship. And as the first slide indicates here, that it's centered around building the future entrepreneur. So I know that a lot of persons in the chat would have talked about wanting to start their own businesses, and you would have actually started that conversation from yesterday. So hopefully what I have to share today will better able assist in guiding everybody here to start your own businesses. So what is Junior Achievement Jamaica? So Junior Achievement Jamaica, just give me a second here. All right, there we go. So Junior Achievement in Jamaica, we work to educate young people about entrepreneurship, work readiness, and financial literacy through experiential and hands-on programs. So our program delivery it does happen within the classroom, but it is very hands-on and quite different from what you would sit and do in, for example, math, English, maybe even some business education classes, it is quite different. So JA Jamaica offers tailored programs through activities, guides, and other additional resources to support learning in entrepreneurship, work readiness, and financial literacy for primary and high school students and schools and out of school youth. So our most notable programs are JA Biztown, and the Biztown program focuses on our primary school students. And what we do provide is a simulation where students can come in for the day and they can participate in the actual operations of a small community, from as high up as a mayor, as well as all the way down to an employee within a storefront, whether it is from the EY, JPS, CB, all of that we have there in a real life simulation for the primary school students when they come in. And I am the program manager for the JACE program, and we focus a lot on our high school students. Now, the JACE program, and JACE stands for the Junior Achievement Company of Entrepreneurs, and it is designed to reimagine entrepreneurship at the secondary level. So as I previously said, it is far different from sitting in the classroom and having a teacher come in and they will teach you theory, you get your notes, and at the end of the year, you know that you have exams, and then that's it, you move on. Our program is very hands-on, and it is designed for our grade 9 students, and it emphasizes critical thinking, financial literacy, and all of this comes out through students actually conceptualizing their own businesses as part of the curriculum. So the JACE program, we are currently in 75 schools across Jamaica, and one of my biggest aims for my team this year is that we are in at least 100 schools across Jamaica. So Jamaica currently has 179 high schools. So hopefully at the end of the year, we will be successful in having our program in at least 100 schools across Jamaica. Now, throughout the year, what makes our program so different and so hands-on when compared to probably doing a business education class is the wide variety of programs, activities, competitions that we have throughout the school year that actually takes you outside of the classroom and to a different location, whether it is in Jamaica or outside of Jamaica. Now, the Senior Leadership Summit, that is our first event that we have for the year, and it is focused around entrepreneurship. So we invite our student executives. So this is the CEO, the financial officer, our marketing managers, our human resource managers, from the different student-led companies from our registered schools to actually come into Kingston. We usually have the event at the Jamaica Conference Center, and you're able to come in. We have a masterclass with a prominent entrepreneur in Jamaica. And then we, of course, have breakout sessions throughout the day so that persons can have a more hands-on and intimate teaching moment with whether it is a marketer that can teach our marketing students about the tips and tricks here and there, just so they can implement that in their student-led businesses. We have finance persons that will come in. So we have accountants, auditors, and all of that that will come in and guide you as best as possible and kind of teach you as much as they can in a day so that you can use these skills in the businesses that you will conceptualize. There's also the pitch competition that happens in National Careers Week. And what happens is that you actually come into Kingston. The location varies from year to year, and you actually pitch your business idea to a panel of judges. And it is a competition. So at the end of the day, we do have a winner that is chosen. It doesn't mean that you stop doing the program. It's just one of those experiences that we do offer to enhance your pitch skills if it is that you do decide to take your business outside of the classroom. In addition to that, we have Marketing Maven, and as the name suggests, it is a marketing competition where you're able to come together with all the other student-led companies across Jamaica, and you're able to create a marketing video, so a commercial. It's usually 30 seconds long, similar to what you'll have on TV, and the students will tell us a little bit about their inspiration, how it is that they would have achieved the end results, and they get to showcase their commercial to a panel of judges again, of course. And at the end of the day, a winner is selected. And I believe it is quite important to let you guys know that we try as best as possible to have cash prizes involved in every single competition that we have, because we know that the students a lot of the times will use that monetary support and try to develop their businesses even more. We also encourage the students to showcase their different companies' products or services at an annual general meeting. And myself, as well as other members from my team, will actually go into the high schools and be able to view the different products and services that the students would have been able to conceptualize. Now, at the end of the program, which is at the end of your regular school year, which for most persons, it's around May, June, depending on what your school setup is like for the year, you sit the ESP exam, which is a Entrepreneurial Skills Pass exam, and it is an international certification because the program is a part of JA Worldwide. In addition to that, we have two major competitions for the year, which is our Junior Achievement Jamaica Company of the Year competition. And essentially, when you submit a final report of your business progress for the entire year, we go through and we actually mark these final reports and we select our top 3 schools. Our top 3 schools for this year was actually St. George's College in first place. I don't know if we have anybody here from George's. In second place, we had the Carteret College. And in third place, we had Cross Keys. So this year was super, super exciting, especially as it relates to our third place winners, because at the start of the program, nobody had any idea that they were going to come out on top. And in the last minute, based on the amount of persons that they had completing the program, they were bumped up into third place. And what happens is after we select locally our top 3 companies of the year, we then enter these companies into the JA America's Company of the Year competition. And this competition happens in different countries across the globe. So JA Americas, they decide which country the competition is being held. This year, the competition is in Montevideo, Uruguay in December. So our top 3 schools will be able to submit their company's final reports, and they also have to submit a pitch to JA Americas, and based on those submissions, JA Americas will then decide which one of our companies will move on in the competition and represent Jamaica at the regional level. And the students do not have to worry about any cost. We do cover the cost for them to travel to the competition, accommodation, meals, air transportation, as well as underground transportation in whatever country it is that the competition is being held. All of that is taken care of. And of course, a chaperone is assigned, usually the program manager. So for this year, I am looking forward to going to Uruguay with the students in December. So let's talk a little bit about what is entrepreneurship really and truly. So entrepreneurship is the process of starting a business, a startup company, or any other organization. Now, the entrepreneur is responsible for developing the business plan. They acquire any human and any other resources that they may need, and they're fully responsible for the company's success or failure. No, I think it's very important to focus on this success and failure. No, when we think about success, we think about the company being successful in terms of making profit. So you have your sales are high, persons keep coming back to get more of your product, they're getting more of your service that you're offering, and you're like, yes, my business is successful because I'm making money. But it is so much more than that, because throughout this process of entrepreneurship and engaging your consumers, there is a lot of persons that you will have to encounter, whether it is on a daily basis, on a monthly basis, and there are particular results that they will expect from you, and that can also define whether or not your company is successful. So if it is that you have a supplier but you're always paying them late, then that aspect of your business is not successful. If it is that you are paying your employees but they're getting paid late, everybody knows that payday is usually 25th of the month, but when it is that the end of the month comes, every month you have to be sending out a notice letting you know that the payment is going to be late or there's a delay, then your business may not be as successful as you might think. And as it relates to failure in any aspect of your business, it doesn't mean that you just give up and you stop trying and you call it a day. What it means is that your journey to success is, you look at this quote unquote failure, and I put the failure in quotes because you look at it as a lesson or you look at it as a mistake, and you can always learn from these mistakes and you can fix them. That is the beauty of you, kind of, really don't want to use the word failure, but anytime something doesn't go right, don't beat yourself up about it and don't say, oh my God, I'm failing in this business. It's something new to you. I always say to persons, look at each day as a new opportunity to learn something and to be better at whatever it is that you're doing. And In business, trust me, every day is going to be different. You might expect that you're going to have very repetitive days, but from time to time, there's so many things that can go either wrong or right. And you use all of those opportunities as learning opportunities along your entrepreneurship journey. No, I know that we don't have a lot of time here. So what I would have done is to outline the different components of a business plan. So every business plan, it will look different, but there are some key components that you need in order to guarantee success. Now you need your executive summary, you need a marketing plan, an organizational structure. You also need a financial plan because you need to know where you're going to get the money from to have your business, to start up your business rather. You need a company description because at the end of the day, you need to know what your company is about. You need to know what your mission is going to be, what the vision is going to be, and just have an overall view of what product or service that you'll be offering. You also need a sales plan because, okay, you've developed a product, you have a service, but how are you going to sell it to persons? And that ties in a lot with your marketing plan. In addition to that, obviously you have to have your products and services. You may have to think about how it is that you're going to sort, you're going to get funding for this business that you're starting. Not everybody will have the startup capital that is needed to start their business. You have to do your market analysis. You have to also do a competitive analysis just to see what audience it is that you're targeting. Try to meet the needs of those within your audience. And of course, you have to know what the competition looks like so you can be as good as them or even better than what it is that they're doing within whatever industry you are in. And of course, operations that can take many different forms depending on how it is that your business is set up. Now, as I said, I know that we're strapped for time. So what I did to make things a little bit easier is to actually come up with a business idea that we're all going to go through, and hopefully it will paint a bigger but also a clear picture of what it is that you need to do in order to start your business. Now, when you are writing your business plan, there are a couple questions that you need to answer. So one, you need to know, I don't have it here, but you need to know what you're going to call your company, right? Oh, wait, I did write it. Never mind. I'm on the right track. So we need to, first of all, understand where will you operate your business from? Are you going to be renting a space? Is it that you're going to be starting from home or in alignment with the JACE program? Are you going to be doing it from school? In addition to that, who will your customers be? And this is also who we refer to as our target audience. So will it be adults? Will it be other kids or teens? Is it going to be men, women? These are things that you also need to consider. Also, what supplies, tools, and equipment that you'll need, and also where you're going to get these things and how much they cost. In addition to that, how much money, and this money here we refer to as capital. So how much will you need in order to start the business and get it up and running? In addition to that, how much are you going to charge for these products and services? What are you going to call the business? How are you going to advertise your business? And of course, do you need any special permits or certification to operate this business? So in order to paint a very clear picture in the short time that I have, I'll be using a business model canvas in order to paint this picture for you. Now, the business model canvas, it's also included in the JACE curriculum. And while it is that you are in the classroom, it is part of the process that your facilitator or your teacher will take you through in order to actually start your student-led companies within whatever high school you're a part of. Now, a business model canvas, it's also referred to as a BMC, and it is a management tool that has revolutionized how entrepreneurs design their businesses. It provides a framework that captures the value of your business idea so you may benefit from it. So this is the business that my team and I would have come up with. So it's called Creative Kids Candy Kitchen. So this business, it is unique because it is run for kids by kids. And it provides candy making lessons. This business aims to promote the art of candy making in a safe and community-centered environment. Creative Kids Candy Kitchen provides a space where kids can express their creativity, learn a new skill, and create long-lasting memories by providing unique lessons that foster innovative expression. Now, with its emphasis on hands-on, Creative Kids Candy Kitchen provides a great way for kids to explore their passions in a safe, fun, and interactive environment. Now, this is what, or an example of what a blank business model canvas will look like. If you are supposed to Google it, maybe if it is that you are doing business education in schools, it will look a little different from time to time, but in essence, what you're seeing on the screen here are just some key components that our business model canvases will cover. Now, first things first are your key partners. No, it is a business that's going to be run by students, by children. So you may need to look to your parents in order to get guidance. If it is that you might have to get permission, because guess what? You don't have much capital, so you're probably going to have to go to mommy and daddy to say, all right, how you feel about having some kids in our kitchen making candy? So a local bakery or a local kitchen is also an option, just so that you have a more curated space and you may be able to accommodate more persons for classes where they come in and they make their own candy. And you also need a confectioner. So you can't just get up and decide that, all right, so I'm gonna make chocolate. And you watch a YouTube video and say, all right, this is the way I'm gonna do it. It is best to get a confectioner for this business that we're speaking of, to one, either lead the classes or guide you on how it is that you're going to have persons come in and create the different variations of whether it's a candy bar, chocolate, something with fruit. Is it going to be hard candy? Is it going to be chewy? Whatever the case may be, you will need a confectioner. Know what are the key activities that are going to go into this business. So first things first, you're making candy. That's what you're doing. And another key activity that will be very important for you is marketing. Because what are you going to do in order to have a person to actually make use of your service? How are you going to let people know that you're offering this service for them to take up the opportunity to come in and enjoy the experience that you're offering? The next thing to fill in on our canvas are our key resources. So you need a kitchen because you need somewhere to have your candy making classes. You're going to need ingredients in the kitchen, and you're also going to need the confectioner. So these are the three key resources that we have identified for the business. Now, depending on what your business idea is, some businesses may have more resources that they may need, not so much less. Now, the value proposition. So what is it that you're offering to your consumers? So you're offering them a unique experience, and you're also offering them the opportunity to make personalized candy. And in obviously marketing your business to persons, you will be selling them this experience. So it's not so much come, and persons might be under the perception that they're going to observe somebody making this candy. You're actually going to be doing it very hands-on and, of course, guiding them through the candy making process. So these are the things that you sell to consumer so that they can understand the uniqueness of your business. But then these are also the things that make your business unique and it adds value. Next thing that we're filling in on our business model canvas, just give me a second here. I think the slide froze. All right, there we go. So customer relationship. So for this business, we identified personal relationships as our basis for building customer relationships. So, of course, I would have mentioned for this business specifically, you may want to engage your parents to say, all right, mommy and daddy, you're going to be providing the capital. It may be your aunt, your uncle, and anybody, maybe a friend that you're going to engage if it is that you want a business partner. So it is something to consider when it is that you're starting any business at all. Who are the people that you need to develop business relationships with? Then we have your channels. So the channels in this BMC is referring to your marketing channels. So I would have mentioned briefly before how it is that you're going to inform persons that you're providing this particular service. Now, we identified and listed here flyers as well as personal invitations. So you can reach out to your social networks, you reach out to your friends, family members, persons in your community, and you say to them that, hey, I have this business that I'm starting and this is what I am doing, and I'm inviting you to come and pay and you join one of our classes. And I know that in this era that we're in, it is noteworthy that some businesses will tap into social media very heavily. Social media is one of the easiest ways to spread information as it relates to starting a new business, putting your business name and developing a social identity. And it's also free. So you don't have to worry too much about incurring any costs. Know your consumers or your customers. So of course, these are the persons that will be consuming your products or they will be making use of the services that you're offering. So for our candy business here, we would have identified friends from school as well as neighbors as your customer segments. So you also need to identify your cost structures. So if it is that you may have to go ahead and use an external kitchen because mommy and daddy told us, no, we cannot bring kids into the house to make candy. So we may have to go out and rent a kitchen, and that will of course come at a cost. In addition to that, you may need to purchase particular baking equipment as well as ingredients. And if it is that you choose to go one of the more traditional routes of advertising and you want to do flyers, you may have to pay to get these flyers printed. And our last thing that we would have filled out on our BMC is our profits that we'll make from our signups. And our profits is whatever money that we have left after taking care of any expenses that we would have incurred, whether before or after we have each class, whether it is that you're going to assess your business on a weekly basis based on the number of classes you do or based on a monthly sort of situation, depending on however it is that you choose to run your business. But in this situation for our business here, we will assess our profits after every class. And of course, tips. So if it is that somebody enjoyed the class so much and they want to leave behind a tip, then that's also a source of revenue that the owner of this business here would benefit from. All right, so that's it. Try to keep it as short as possible. I hope
Okay.
that you're able to get a clear understanding of starting your business and the different segments of your business plan that you need to focus on. And just to touch a little bit more on the Junior Achievement Jamaica. So I know that based on what I saw in the group chat, some persons are either just entering into high school. I think that we had some persons who were at pre-UE, and unfortunately our program doesn't cover university students, but we do focus on our high school students. So you can actually reach out to me. I am the program manager for the JACE program. You guys can feel free to take my number as well as my email address. And if it is that you are interested in having the program at your school, you can just reach out to me and let me know. We're actually in the process of reaching out to schools to have them register for the program for the new school year, as well as engaging schools that were previously a part of the program for them to re-register for the new year. So I'll also share it in the chat because I do want to take down the presentation and accommodate any questions that you may have.